I am in the here and in the now. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. I am solid. I am free. I am solid. I am free. In the ultimate I dwell. In the ultimate I dwell. One more time. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. I am solid. I am free. I am solid. I am free. In the ultimate I dwell. In the ultimate I dwell. Would Johnny or Isha like to lead a song?
Bowing in. Thank you, Simona. I can offer We Are All the Leaves of One Tree. So if you know the actions, you can join and help. We are all the leaves of one tree. We are all the leaves of one tree. The time has come for all to live as one. We are all the leaves of one tree. We are all the waves of one sea. We are all the waves of one sea. The time has come for all to live as one. We are all the waves of one sea. We are all the stars of one sky. We are all the stars of one sky. The time has come for all to live as one. We are all the stars of one sky. We are all the leaves of one tree. We are all the waves of one sea. The time has come for all to live as one. We are all the stars of one sky. Thank you, everyone. Beautiful actions. Johnny, would you like to offer us a song?
Of course. 1 second, let me just find the lyrics. The song I will offer is I Like the Roses. Is that what it's called? Yes, it is called that. Okay, the lyrics are in the chat. Okay, let's see if I can actually remember the tune to this properly. Okay. I like the roses, I like the daffodils, I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills, I like the twinkling stars when the sun goes down. Doobity 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 doo. Doobity 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 doo. I like the rabbits. I like the squirrels too. I like the bluebirds. I like the roaming moose. I like all animals like me. Doobity 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 doo. And that's good. Thank you.
Dear Sai, dear Sangha, we are very happy today. It's a joyful moment. We are today the 9th of November with Wake Up Air holders, Simona, Isha, and Johnny. We are so very happy to be here today with you, all of us. We can take a moment to say hello to our screen, to all the beautiful faces. We can choose one little square, one face, and say hello, welcome, hi, welcome. We can take another moment to choose another square, another face to say hello, hello, welcome. And just another one, say hello and welcome, hi, welcome. We are here together today, this beautiful morning, beautiful afternoon, maybe evening for some. So happy to be here. And I will just leave the room, the space and the time for practice with Simona, Isha, and John. Thank you so much for being here.
Dear friends, Simona bowing in. Thank you for being here. So, yes, my name is Simona, pronouns she and her. I am joining from Barcelona in Catalonia, Spain. I am normally located in Peru, but just I'm here for studies. And I'm very happy to be here. I am one of the Wake Up Earthholder core members and am happily part of the All Ages Earthholder Sangha as well. I am currently an Wake Up OI aspirant, and I am I'm really in this moment enjoying the possibility to rest. I've been studying all day, and so just being able to rest and be in a sangha space is very refreshing for me. So happy to be here, and I'd like to invite Johnny if you'd like to introduce yourself to the sangha.
Hello, dear friends. My name is Johnny, and I'm calling from near Toulouse in the south of France. I'm also a Wake Up Earth Holder facilitator. I don't know if that's the formal title, but let's go for that. And also a Wake Up OI pre-aspirant, so on the International Wake Up OI study group, which is very exciting. At the moment, in my Earth Holder practice, I'm really enjoying experiencing when my mind settles and I'm more present, how the environment around me, say if I'm going for a walking meditation, manifests as like a somatic sense in my body. So like what is the feeling of the leaves falling in my body? What is the feeling of the birdsong in my body? And I find that really nourishing. So Isha, over to you.
Hello dear Sangha, hola a todos, todas y todos. Díomh a chuirde is me sé Isha ní Huir, tá min Éireann, agus a fóiltear of Coch enough. My name is Isha Odebar, I'm in Ireland. It makes me happy to greet you in our native language, Gaeilge. I'm also a Earth Holder Core member and an OI aspirant. And here in Ireland, we're in the month of Samhain, which is a very important month. It's actually the start of the new year in our ancestors' calendar. So I'm feeling very connected to ancestors, blood ancestors and land ancestors, and enjoying the beginning of the sort of autumn-winter transition. And really happy to be here with all of you. I see so many familiar faces, and it's always a joy to be here with the All Ages Earth Holder Sangha. So thank you so much for being here today. So dear friends, I just remembered that I'm also in charge of the next part. So hello again. So I invite you to find a comfortable position for a 10-minute guided meditation to start our session today, and to help us just to arrive in the space, to arrive in our bodies, to arrive in awareness of our surroundings, and to help us feel a sense of community and togetherness, even as we're spread throughout time zones, throughout locations and countries and even seasons. So I invite you to sit or lay down or stand or walk, whatever feels right for you and your body at this moment. You can have your camera on or off, and I will now invite some sounds of the bell. So if this is something that might be difficult for you, for your hearing, I invite you to mute your device or turn down your sound, and we can enjoy 10 minutes of sitting together. Listen, listen. This wonderful sound brings me back to my true home. Sitting, standing, or laying here on Mother Earth, I'm in touch with the land I'm on right now, the land ancestors that have cared for this space, for this beautiful earth that I have the privilege to live on or to visit. I breathe in and I breathe out in connection with the land that is supporting me in this moment. Breathing in this moment, I'm in touch with the air around me and the sky above me, knowing that the wonderful rain that nurtures the earth comes from the sky, comes from our beautiful clouds above, and the warmth and the heat of the sun. We can be in touch with the beauty of the sky and the freshness and purity of the air that we have the privilege to breathe. Even if we live in a city where there may be more pollution, the air is still good enough for us at this moment. Breathing here together, we are aware of the season we are experiencing. Perhaps we're in the southern hemisphere, where we feel spring beginning to warm our face and the promise of new growth and life. And if we're near the equator, perhaps we sense subtle changes in rainfall, the dry and wet seasons of the equator. If we're in the northern hemisphere and we feel the days growing shorter and the cold starting to bite at our hands as we walk outside, can we notice what these seasonal changes bring to our bodies, to our minds? And can we be in touch with the beauty of each season and the transitions that we can experience on Mother Earth? we arrive here more fully in the present moment, can we feel our community? Just as the fungal networks connect the roots of trees deep under the earth, can we feel each one of us here on Zoom and all the other friends who aren't on the call connected together through networks all over the world, through time zones, through climates, through different languages and cultures? Can we feel our togetherness here in the present moment on Mother Earth? So without any rush or hurry, we can gently open our eyes, move our bodies a little bit, come back into contact with the faces on the screen. Thank you, dear friends, for your sitting practice together. And I will pass back to my co-facilitators for our introduction round.
Thank you, dear Isha. Such a wonderful way to arrive. Isha, Johnny, and I are, as we've shared, are all part of the Wake Up Earthholder Sangha. And we aspire to meet about once a month. And when we gather, we're normally a smaller group than we are today. And so we tend to have space for introductions, and because of the size of the group today and the container or window of time, we'd like to make space for introductions to still happen, and to do so in a way that kind of honors the container of time that we have. And so we'd like to invite folks to check in with the chat today, and we also thought it would be fun to check in if you'd like to share your name, maybe where you're joining from, if there's anything else that feels helpful to arrive for you to share as well in the chat, like pronouns, that's invited. And also an animal, that like if you were an animal in this moment, what animal are you bringing in and inviting in? So to get us started, I'd like to invite Johnny. Would you maybe share with us your check-in? Well, folks, so again, folks, if you'd like to check in using the chat, we'll do that, and Johnny can get us started.
My name is Johnny. I'm calling in from near Toulouse in the south of France. And If I were an animal right now, I'd be a bee. In my life at the moment, I'm buzzing around a little bit, moving locations a lot, trying to build some sweet honey. How about you, Isha?
Dear friends, I'm in Tullamore in the centre of Ireland. My pronouns are she, her. I think I feel like a squirrel actually at the moment. I feel like I've been very busy running from here to there, but also in moments having time to kind of like curl up with my tail around me and just be cozy. So yeah, feeling some squirrel energy in my life at the moment. I'm looking forward to seeing what other animals pop up in the chat when you all get started. So, Simona, what animal are you today?
I think I'm joining and bowing in with like some beaver energy. Feeling like, yeah, arriving with this sense of like some dedication for like building and creating. And so this is where I'm arriving with, and I will maybe just read some of the chats or the check-ins in the chats. Seeing Noel joining from Chinookvan in Portland, Oregon. Snail in your shell today. Thank you for joining. I'm also seeing Jenny J, she, her, calling in from Los Angeles, feeling beaver energy. Yeah, beaver friends. Building something I care about at work. Seeing Jane, I'm joining in from the southern Oregon coast. I feel like a songbird. Claire, she, her, they, Rochester, New York, unceded lands of the Haudenosaunee people. Grateful for the gathering. My animal today is also a squirrel. I am nesting as we in the Northeast are expecting our first snow today. Seeing Barry and Ellen on the land of the Tabaguachi, now called Colorado Springs. We agree that we bring deer with us, and they are native to this land, gentle vegetarians. Thank you, dear friends. Seeing more folks bowing in the chat. I'm not going to read them all today, and if you haven't checked in, you're still welcome to bring your animal friend energy with you into the sangha. Thank you for arriving. So at this point, I'd like to invite Johnny to carry us forward in the sangha gathering today. Happy to be here with all these animal friends. Thank you so much, dear sangha.
Dear Tide, dear Mother Earth, dear practitioners, thank you so much for bringing all the animal energies. I feel like we're in good company and we're good representatives of Mother Earth and all of her children right now. So we were thinking for this session to give a little flavor of Wake Up Earth Holders. And one of the themes that's been running through the past year of our gatherings has been engaged Buddhism. And it's, as you'll know, quite a prominent and fairly distinct part of Plum Village's practice. So how can we bring our practice into addressing the biggest problems of our time in the world? So through our explorations, we have distilled some key features of Plum Village engaged Buddhism, with the disclaimer that this is said without authority. It's just kind of our reflections. So here goes anyway. So the first is breaking it down to 3 steps. The first is aliveness. The second is community, and the third is transformation. So the first one, aliveness. It is like Plum Village's engaged Buddhism is about coming to experience for oneself, to be able to experience happiness for oneself without the need to be persuaded to behave in any particular way. In terms of community, Plum Village seems to focus, or Plum Village practice focuses very much on awakening at the level of community rather than the individual. That the next Buddha will be a community rather than an individual. And thirdly, transformation. That in order to address the biggest problems of our time, including the environmental crisis that we face at the moment, we need to address the roots of the problems rather than impose solutions from a high level through, for example, policy and law, although I think they have their place. So in that sense, the root of these problems is the afflictive emotions that we have and the mistaken perceptions that we have. And to deeply address this, we transform them with our practice. So I'd like to invite Sister True Dedication to offer some reflections that, and I will invite you to maybe see if you can identify any of those three steps of Plum Village style engaged Buddhism in the words that follow. So I will share my screen. Can you hear, can you hear the audio?
Johnny, I'm not sure if you're sharing computer sound. I just don't see the usual icon above.
Okay, sure. I'll do it again.
Thanks.
Thank you for your patience.
Walking meditation in our retreats in the Pacific, but also in my life here in the monastery. And for me, my determination at the moment is to walk as a free person and aware of what is happening in the world, to walk as a free person and allow this place and this environment to be a pocket of real heaven, a pocket of real heaven in a world of real suffering. And to hold these two together has become very helpful for me in my practice recently, to not deny or underestimate that there can be a real wonder and a real heaven. The orioles recently arrived back from Africa. The nightingales have been singing through the night. So those of you that are in tents, the nightingales have come from the Congo. So where there is war, where there is violence. So there is the wonder, the miracle of life and the birdsong, and there is also at the same time the pain. And to be in the present moment is to be awake to both of them, but to drink up the heaven as much as we can. And as we go home, and many of us will be heading home tomorrow, this is a challenge for us. How will I take my pocket of heaven home? How will I continue my walking practice when I go back home? And so you may make a commitment that a couple of times a week or a few times a week, you will go to a nearby park or garden and create a really nourishing moment for yourself. Or if you live near the ocean or near a river or a hill, to really create conditions to soak up the heaven that is near you, because we need it. We need it to find our strength. We need it to nourish our body and mind. We need it kind of to survive. Or you might like to do something like choose a distance in your daily rhythm, maybe walking to the shops or walking on your commute to work or to study, to say these few hundred meters, I will walk as a free person. I will see the wonders of life that are here. Even if it's in the middle of the city, there's a small flower just in the concrete there. There's a tree doing its best to survive in the concrete jungle. And we walk every step, seeing these little glimpses of heaven, claiming our freedom and saying, I don't want to be swept away from myself. I don't want to run anymore. I want to live my life. Every moment is so precious. And we can make this kind of determination before we leave. How will you take your practice of walking home? And while we've been eating also together in silence,
Thank you, Sister True Dedication, and thank you for your attention and for sharing these precious moments together. So now we have an opportunity to practice walking or moving in freedom for a little bio break. So if you'd like to go and attend to your body's needs, have a stretch, then we will be back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So based on whatever time zone you're in. So see you shortly. Turning warm.
Dear friends, as we start to gather after a little bio break, we might still have some friends who are maybe getting a cup of tea or water, so we'll make some space for that. And I'd like to invite you all to join for just a few mindful movements. So this is an invitation. Please look for what might fit best for your body in this moment. If something I am inviting you to doesn't feel like it's what you'd like to explore in this moment, please do what does feel like your body is asking for. And if you'd like to stay seated or still, that is also okay. I'm very welcome. So I'm going to stand up here. We'll see if the camera captures it. Let me move you up a little bit more. Okay. So we're just going to start with maybe moving the arms gently to get our body. We could just wake us up a little bit. Some of us are starting our day, some of us are closing our day. So we're just looking for something gentle. And in this moment, I'm noticing that I'm also grounding with my feet. And what I'll do now is I'm going to start moving my hips and my arms in such a way that they're just gently touching the body as I turn. Maybe looking for a way to connect the breath with our movements. And now stretching the arms up, high up. And you're gonna take one arm and cross it against your other shoulder. And then your other arm across the other shoulder. And inviting a big hug, a big squeeze, offering some love to this body. Thank you, thank you, thank you, body. Okay. And as we're ready, we can turn maybe to a seated position, no rush. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if we might all be returned from the bio break just yet. But hopefully we are, because we're about to move into a space of Dharma sharing. So soon we'll be moving into Dharma sharing breakout rooms. So be placed into a breakout room that is going to be created by Carolina. And so one note about that as far as like logistical is that there will be a Black, Indigenous, and people of color breakout room, so an affinity space. And if you would like to be in that room, please let Carolina know. And if you get an invitation to join a breakout room, you're not going to join it right away, just to make sure that we can get you placed in the correct room. If you are wishing to join this Black, Indigenous people and people of color breakout room. So as a reminder, in our Dharma sharing spaces, these are a place to share from the heart, to practice loving speech, and to also practice deep listening. So we aspire to avoid crosstalk in these spaces. We aspire also to maintain confidentiality, meaning that whatever is shared in our Dharma sharing families or in these rooms that we're about to go into, that they stay in those spaces and are held by the Sangha. And if there is a desire to talk one-on-one with a person, or if something really sparks us, that we will ask for permission and maybe find the right time for that, and to not share it outside of that circle. We also will practice indicating to the group when we are ready to share and when we are complete. So that might be a gesture of a bow, another gesture, maybe just saying like, I have spoken, if the bow is not part of your practice or your Dharma sharing practice. It just indicates to the group that you are complete. And to support us in Dharma sharing today, we have a couple of prompts. Johnny, do you have those prompts? I don't have them in front of me. Johnny will share the prompts.
Lovely. So the first prompt. Aware of being both an ancestor that has received the current environmental situation, and also an ancestor who will give the environment to future generations. What comes up for you? That's the first prompt. And the second prompt, so that you have a variety. What has sustained your Earth Holder practice? So, prompt one, recipient and giver, how do you feel? And prompt two, what has sustained your Earth Holder practice?
Thank you. Carolina, are the rooms ready? Okay. So we will be in Dharma sharing for about 20 minutes. And so again, for anyone who might want to be in the affinity space, please don't accept the first invitation. And I believe we can open the rooms. Okay. Isha, Johnny, welcome back, dear friends. Hope that your Dharma sharing families were fruitful. We're going to begin begin closing up the space, and like to maybe offer a song or two to kind of close the way that we came in. And I think that there will be space we'll have sharing of the merit, and there will be a space probably for announcements from Carolina. Well, I can maybe get us started with a song. I had the pleasure of being in Plum Village a few weeks ago, and in this song there. If you ever forget how strong you are, how beautiful you are, if you ever forget how strong you are, how beautiful you are, I will come to you, I will remind you how strong you are, how beautiful you are. If you ever forget how strong you are, how beautiful you are, I will come to you, I will remind you how strong you are, how beautiful you are. I'd like to invite either maybe Johnny or Isha if you have a song. you'd like to offer?
We can sing I Get My Joy from the Simple Things, maybe? Hopefully I'll remember all the words. I get my joy from the simple things coming from the earth. I get my joy from the sun that shines and the water speaks to me. Listen to the wind and listen to the water, hear what they say. Singing hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Singing hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. I get my joy from the simple things coming from the earth. I get my joy from the sun that shines and the water speaks to me. Listen to the wind and listen to the water, hear what they say. Singing hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Singing hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. So dear friends, I'm going to also offer the dedication of merit. So I'm not sure if Carolina wants to make any announcements before I do that, or should I go ahead?
Thank you. Thank you, Isha. Yes, announcement that next month, December 14th, is our next gathering on Online Sangha. And yeah, I was just wondering if you, the Wake Up holder, have any contact information so people can join your gathering. Thank you.
Yes, we have a mailing list, and we also have a WhatsApp group. I can send the link to the mailing list in the chat. Does that work? Okay.
Thank you for doing that, Simona. So if there are young people in your life who you think would be interested in our group, we will be so happy to have them join us. The age is defined as 18 to 39-ish, so it keeps kind of expanding. When Ty founded Wake Up, it was 18 to 30, then they pushed it to 32, then it was 35, and now those of us who've been in it since we were young are kind of refusing to leave. So there's the new term Wake Up alumni. That's our, so I am, kind of transitioning to being Wake Up alumni, but it's nice to feel like a sort of like a mini elder in the Wake Up community. So we would be very happy if you would share about our Sangha with any young-ish people that you know in your lives or in your local Sanghas. It would be wonderful to meet them. So as a sort of dedication of merit, I would like to share a poem by the Irish poet John O'Donoghue. So we can just take this as a moment of reflection, and then we will dedicate the merit together and invite some sounds of the bell to begin to close our session. So this poem is called Bannacht, which means blessing. And it goes like this. On the day when the weight deadens on your shoulders and you stumble, may the clay dance to balance you. And when your eyes freeze behind the grey window and the ghost of loss gets into you, may a flock of colours, indigo, red, green and azure blue, come to awaken in you a meadow of delight. When the canvas frays in the currach of thought, and a stain of ocean blackens beneath you, may there come across the waters a path of yellow moonlight to bring you safely home. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so, may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. So as a Sangha, we can join our palms and we can dedicate the merit of this practice to all beings. And may the nourishment of the earth, the clarity of light, the fluency of the ocean, and the protection of the ancestors be present for all beings on Mother Earth and throughout our beautiful cosmos. Thank you so much, dear friends. Thank you to the Earthholder Sangha for hosting us. And yeah, please feel free to unmute and say goodbye. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you, dear friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank
Hi,
you.
everybody. It's
Thank
lovely
you
being
very
with you.
much. Yes, this is beautiful. Thank you so much.
Very wonderful.
Thank you. Thank
Goodbye
you.
from
Thank you.
Paris.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So many thanks. So many thanks.
Mm.
Johnny.
Thank you, Johnny and Simona. And I want to say your name correctly, Osi?
It's
Isha.
Isha. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cheryl.
The poems, the songs, the sharing, it was all really beautiful and nourishing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice to see you, Cheryl.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Caro and Simona, dear Earth holders. Can you extend the wake up age to 68?
Ish is relative, right? The
Yeah.
ish is
See you all. Thank you for being here.
It's so
Bye-bye.
refreshing to
You
know you're
so
there. Wake up, folks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Have beautiful days, afternoons or evenings.
Thank you. Thank you.
You too. I love your backdrop. Oh, she left. Thank you so much. I loved seeing all ages. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for
Thank
this
you,
space.
Sarah. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Sarah. So happy you were able to join. Even the time change switch also gets me
Yeah.
every year. Well.
Thank you, friends. What a beautiful session.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Carolina, for all your help.
Thank you, Isha. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Simona. It was so beautiful, refreshing, and singing. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks for holding us. Thank you,
Thanks for the
Johnny.
invitation.
Yeah, right?
Thank you for the invitation. Also, I just came